Typhoon Goring continues to rapidly intensify over the Philippine Sea. Pag-asa last spotted Goring some 200 kilometers east-southeast of Calayan, Cagayan. It is packing winds of 140 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 170 kilometers per hour. Goring is expected to move generally southward today, then turn eastward on Sunday. Signal number 2 is raised over extreme northeastern portion of mainland Cagayan and Isabela. Meanwhile, signal number 1 is raised over Batanes, Babuyan Islands, and the northern portion of Aurora. The enhanced habagat, meanwhile, will bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over Metro Manila, Region 4, and the rest of Central Luzon. Localized thunderstorms are also expected to trigger partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms over the rest of the country. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has been booked in Georgia on more than a dozen felony charges over his supposed attempt to overturn his 2020 election defeat. Trump was caught glaring at the camera in his mugshot, which he also posted on X, formerly Twitter. Trump spent only about 20 minutes in jail for the mugshot before heading back to his New Jersey golf club. Now, before boarding his private jet, Trump insisted that the prosecution is politically motivated. Trump also faces several other charges involving election interference and retaining classified documents after leaving his presidential post.
What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And everybody knows it. We have every right, every single right, to challenge an election that we think is dishonest.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. you're still watching One News Now, I'm Riza Diaz. Gilas Pilipinas bowed to Dominican Republic in a heartbreaking home court loss to open the record-setting 2023 FIBA World Cup in Bulacan. Marty Bautista with the story.
Over 38,000 people trooped to the Philippine Arena to watch the opening game of the Gilas Pilipinas in the 2023 FIBA World Cup on Friday, setting a new attendance record for the games. Among those present at the historic event were FIBA Global Ambassador Catriona Gray, Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas President Al Panlilio, and SBP Chairman Emeritus Manny V. Pangilinan. President Bongbong Marcos also made it to courtside to watch the game, but not on time to do the ceremonial ball toss. Gilas had a slow start, but managed to keep the match tight against Dominican Republic, led by Minnesota Timberwolves' Karl Anthony Towns. The game was tied at 42-all at halftime and remained like that throughout the third quarter. But in the end, Dominican Republic pulled away, and in the last 3 minutes, Jordan Clarkson fouled out. Gilas Pilipinas couldn't recover, ending the game with an 81-87 loss.
Such a downer, a letdown that we could have pulled it out. Would have been a great gift to the record number of people who came out.
The Dominican Republic still had all-out praise for Team Philippines' effort.
I think that was a really, really tough game. We respect the Philippine team. They play good basketball.
Karl Anthony Towns, who scored 26 points and 10 rebounds, had nothing but love for Filipino fans.
They're a hard-working team. They have a lot of pride. The Filipino culture is full of just people who are hard-working and do it with a lot of love, and you can see the love they have for this game and their country. So they came out and they played that way. I respect them tremendously.
For the Gilas squad, the standouts include young big man AJ Edu, who had an impressive 7 points and 5 rebounds and was tasked with guarding Towns.
That's what I aspire to be one day, an NBA player. So to measure myself up against, he's the top of the top, all-star, first-round pick. So to measure myself gives me an idea, what I need to work on.
Meanwhile, Utah Jazz cager Jordan Clarkson, who clearly carried the team with 28 points, is rearing for a comeback.
We gave us our chance to win. Some calls didn't go our way. It's part of the game. We just can't leave it in the refs' hands to make those plays at the end. And we'll come back and try to get these next ones.
Coach Chot vows to make adjustments for Gilas' next game against Angola.
The players fought hard. They fought really, really hard. But in the end, without our guy, it's too much for us. We have to make sure that we're able to cope with the defensive pressure of Angola.
Gilas and Angola will face off at the Araneta Coliseum, 8 p.m. on Sunday. For News 5, Marty Bautista, we are One News.
FIBA action continues today, so take note of these schedules. At the Araneta Coliseum, South Sudan will go up against Puerto Rico at 4 p.m., while Serbia and China will duke it out at 8 p.m. Meanwhile, the match between Jordan and Greece will start at 4:45 p.m. at the Mall of Asia Arena, followed by the game between the United States and New Zealand. But if you can't watch live, there are other several options to choose from. On Free TV, tune into TV5 and One Sports. State broadcaster PTV4 will also air all Gilas matches in partnership with Signal. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.